Like I've said time and time again, I'm trying to give this show some positive reviews, but it's really hard. It's very unforgettable, but from time to time, they will come out with some heat, and we finally get a little bit more of that in episode 8. So as we hop straight on, we are immediately caught off guard because Chris is not with the team. We also find out at the end of episode 7 that Dr. Herschs has a secret. That secret is she used to be a partner with Dr. Skinner. Like I said, this episode is actually interesting. We finally have something that we can work with. Dr. Herschs, the leader of the Team Lazarus, was part of the development group of HASNT. That's right, the entire time they all have been working together, Dr. Herschs did forget to mention one of the most important parts, her relationship to Dr. Skinner. Along with that, we see that Chris, that we know her as, has been captured because after her day out in the sun, she is walking back to the dock. Just like the rest of the gang, she runs into her past, and that is going to be part of the Russian spy special forces. Remember, there's all these new characters that we were talking about at the end of episode 7. Well, we find out that Christine was a Russian spy, and her old mates are pissed. They are upset, and with her being kidnapped, they are for sure going to get their licks back. And in typical Lazarus form, as she is being kidnapped, we have to have the saviors. And that is going to be Axel. As soon as they find out about her location, he decides that he is going to go and find her, and the countdown has truly begun. We got to remember, now that they have been betrayed by Dr. Herschs, now they're somewhat of a team or a family, and with only 12 days remaining, it is time to go balls to the wall. So the rest of the team follows in suit, and they follow Axel on his search and rescue mission to get Chris. And in true traditional Lazarus form, as a little caveat, Chris had some demands. She did tell Dr. Herschs that if she was captured, that she only wants to have 3 days until her bracelet magically erupts and kills her and everybody around her. That is dark. As we flip back to seeing her stuck on this oil rig, her torture is dark. She's getting waterboarded. She's getting harassed. It is brutal and much, much more. Her old Russian counterparts aren't playing around, and with the imminent doom of HASNT upon us, the stakes have never been higher. I keep flipping-flopping between loving this anime and absolutely hating it. Well, in episode 8, you have got to give it its props. This was a very cool episode, but I just have a question. Why are they going so deep into her background? I truly don't understand it. I don't get it. We all know the backgrounds of Axel. Now we have a little bit more on Christine. We've obviously seen the cult with Elaine, but we have yet to see Dr. Skinner, and it is 14 to 12 days left. And I do have to give them their kudos. I'm even switching it up. This anime has been so bad that I decided to listen to the rest of the second half in English. And I'm not gonna lie, the dub version is a lot better than the sub. So shout out to Adult Swim on that, and I will give them their credit. So at least we have a little bit more background information about everybody. Like I said, we got more on Axel, Dr. Herschs, Elaine, and now Christine. The last 2 remaining ones are Doug and the other super genius, Leyland. But as we continue throughout the episode and as the gang is on their way to the oil rig, it gets kind of funny. We see Elaine, the one who is holding everybody together, playing whack-a-mole. And then this anime turns dark. We got Doug with his relentless headshot killing skills. He's really on some Marvel Rivals type shit. I'm calling him Black Widow. And that's what I mean by the show being so up and down. Episodes like this are really good. We also see Axel. He catches a couple other bodies. He is entirely too comfortable with a pistol. As we reflect back on episode 1, we have to remember that he was allegedly given 600, 700, 800 years in jail for quote-unquote escaping. The way that he is handling that pistol and his athleticism and the way he is so confident, we know there is something else going on. We just found out that Christine is a double agent. She truly has a Russian name. So it jumps back from left to right. And on some Bonnie and Clyde shit, Axel comes through at the very end of the day, and as his Mr. and Mrs. Smith prototype to the climax of episode 8, he ends up saving her. On hindsight, Christine loses one of her best friends. She loses the girl who was her handler whenever she was part of the Russian mob. So I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm talking to my other constituents, so I'm ever doing some research, whenever I'm talking to people about this anime, they say the same thing over and over again. It's boring, it's slow. But my boy told me that Watanabe, the guy who wrote this, Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, he usually drops bombs at the very end of the series. And as this is episode 8 of 13, it's about that time. Now, that ending in episode 8 was really good, and it came through with some fire. So hopefully we're going to have history repeat itself in the last 5 episodes of Lazarus. And the true doom is coming, because we're truly only 12 days out. So, we got a few now. Episode 7, episode 8, not too bad. We're finally picking up a little bit of steam. 12 days out until the world is going to end. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if we're going to see Dr. Skinner, but I think they may be coming up to a climax and possibly even a cliffhanger, because either the world's going to end or they're going to be setting everything up for season 2. But that's the review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about episode 8. We're finally picking up some heat. Tell me what you think about Christine's backstory. And of course, Axel catching frags. It's been a really good ride. Episode 8 was great. See you on the next one.